Good day, everyone. So, for this lesson, we'll introduce you to the two of the key elements that the tourists look for in a tour: the sights and sights. It is essential for tour guides to obtain ample knowledge not only on their physical features but also on their accessibility, the cultural value, and the implications to the tour. As we all have the eye to ascertain and appreciate what we have around us, our task for this lesson is to identify the different physical features of what perhaps are considered to be the tour staples. Some sites don't make much difference from the others. They all seem to be mere locations of a thing that is a part of a tour. Some sites also resemble features that are not different from the rest, such as the mountains, the blue skies, or even the trees. But as each is unique, their value and implication to the tour may not be all the same. So the words sight and sight may sound like alike too, although despite their close association, they don't really mean the same thing. Let's take a look some of the technical terms in this lesson. Casino. It means a public room or building for gambling and other entertainment. Commentary. This is an explanations given by the tour guide. Itinerary. A schedule of sites and activities arranged in a chronological order that includes all inclusions in a tour. Sites. Places of interest or attractions. Sites. This is where tourist attractions are located. Oceanarium, a large seawater aquarium in which marine animals are kept for public exhibit. Tour, it's an arranged trip from a point of origin to one or more places. Many tours include varied sightseeing, which includes attractions. People are always attracted to new and overwhelming attractions and events, especially if they are able to participate in a variety of leisure or recreational activities. Just for example, the children. They became excited when they get to visit the different parks and enjoy the rides and activities that can be found in that certain destination. So, sites and sites are different things. Sites are normally the places or spots where tourist attractions are located. So, these are specific areas where a tourist spot is constructed or have been existent from the beginning of time. It could also refer to a location where an important history happened, and tour guides must be knowledgeable about history of sites and other important facts worth sharing for their tourists. Sites, on the other hand, are places of interest. Normally, there are places that are being visited by tourists. So the specific attraction interests tourists to go and visit. And some attractions are planned around historic sites and natural settings, or what is normally called the natural attractions. An example of this are the Hundred Islands in Pangasinan, also the Chocolate Hills in Bohol. So, man-made attractions are also designed and constructed around planned activities, themes, and events. Example of these man-made attractions are the Taj Mahal in India, or the Great Wall of China, and even the Enchanted Kingdom or the EK in the Philippines. To differentiate further the site and sites, for the site, it is generally a place. It is a place where something is located, a place where a tourist attraction is located, or where an event is held. Just for example, hotels, towns, parks, or beaches. But for the site, it is generally a thing. It is something that can be seen or is worth seeing. It is a tourist attraction, such as festivals, structures, a landscape, the tribes, and even monuments. So let us describe the different features of the sites and sites. This include the heritage attractions. Since the advent of cultural and heritage tourism, thousands of tourists have been visiting the country every year to explore the historic and cultural sites. And some of the sites are already centuries old, having been passed on from previous generations. Most have lavish architectures and designs, although the sites are generally valued for the rich history and culture that surround them. Just for example, the museums and the historical sites. For the museums, they carry collections of preserved artifacts and the other articles that speak well of the past. For example, the Calle of Vigan, the Calle Crisologo of Vigan, Ilocos, and also the traditional home in Batanes, or the Batan. And another is the zoo. These are attractions with a large collection of animals. They are also located in the different sites and have become a magnet for visitors, especially those with children. So the zoos come in different sizes, and some are old already. So for example, the Manila Zoo located in Manila. Okay. Aquariums. For the aquariums, it may not be as popular as zoos, but they're a great attractions too for both the children and adults. So aquariums showcases marine creatures of different species. These marine animals are enclosed in a building where visitors can view them alive from the side and above them. Some of these offer fun activities for visitors, such as the Manila Ocean Park. It has features that make it one of the best public oceanariums, a large seawater aquarium. Another is the parks and preserves. These are national parks located in the different cities around the world, and they come in different sizes. Another is the fairs and festivals. In the Philippines, fairs and festivals are very common in the different provinces. They have become attractions as tourists join in the celebration. Each province is unique as they commemorate some festivities and celebration, and as they showcase grand and varied displays of their own culture, their arts, and people. Just for example, here in Baguio City, we have the Panagbenga Festival. In Cebu, they have their Sinolog Festival. Okay? Aside from the heritage attractions mentioned, tourists also go to the different sites and sites for the other reasons. The following commercial attractions have been developed for tourist leisure and fun activities, such as the amusement park. So for the amusement park, they offer rides for visitors of all ages, and also they offer some games. An example of this one is the Ocean Park in Hong Kong, the Enchanted Kingdom in the Philippines, or also the Ocean Adventure in Subic. Another is the theme parks. The distinct similarity of theme parks and amusement park is they are both recreational parks with rides. They have entertainment and amusing activities that visitors can experience if they're going to visit these parks. However, for theme parks, they have stories to tell. Their fanciful architecture, the colorful landscaping, and the famous characters plus the other elements make the park different as visitors become part of the stories. Disneyland, for example, is a famous theme park that features the Disney characters and the themed areas. Another is the Legoland and the Universal Studios, and then they're a great example of theme parks as well. Another is the gaming. For the gaming, it offers recreation and entertainment that are not only meant for children but also for adults. Casinos are famous for gambling activities which are normally built inside grand hotels and cruise ships. So the gaming attractions like the Resorts World and Solar in Manila, Rio Casino in Las Vegas, and also the City of Dreams in Macau. They became a tourist attraction for gamers. So the people who go to the casinos go for gaming and gamble, of course. Some gamblers go regularly and are considered high rollers or sophisticated gamblers, but others are just vacationers who just want to go on a day trip basis. We also have the shopping. Of course, this is what the tourist wants to do. They always shop, and they buy simple souvenirs or go to a term on the, what they call this, shop till you drop. It is an activity that brings about delight to most people. It is also considered as a leisure activity. And also, the last one is the live entertainment. This is touring in itself in a form of entertainment, because some tourists, they have fun with nightlife activities such as clubbing, attending concerts, and even sporting activities. Moving on to lesson 2, the information sourcing. So these are just some of the technical terms that you have to remember. Accreditation. This is the act of granting recognition, especially to an educational institution that maintains suitable standards. Tourism Act of 2009. This is the declaration of a national policy for tourism as an engine of investment, employment, growth, and national development, strengthening the DOT. By the way, DOT stands for Department of Tourism. One of the agencies that oversee the country's tourism industry is the Department of Tourism, or DOT. This is the executive department of the Philippine government that is the primary planning, programming, coordinating, implementing, and the regulatory government agency in the development and promotion of the tourism industry for both domestic and international. So basically, this agency's main purpose is to maintain the Philippines as a safe and fun destination for all tourists. I hope that you are familiar with the very, what's this? Famous marketing campaign of the Philippines that says, "It's more fun in the Philippines." So the tour guides and other professionals play a big part in the public relations, so the tourists are happy to experience the Philippines and eventually come back with other family and friends to experience the beauty of the place and the hospitality of her people. These travel professionals contribute to the fun in the Philippines. Also, the Department of Tourism hosts trainings that help increase manpower to boost the tourism in the country. So it is also suggested that aspiring and experienced tour guides must attend this training and be updated with the new trends, the new developments, new insights, and the methods of guiding. An accreditation with the DOT is also a plus factor. And DOT, together with its attached tourism agencies, manages the accreditation of people and tourism enterprises. The trainings, licenses, and certifications they provide will improve the standards as well. Given all this, tour guides become more knowledgeable and more competent in the field of tourism. Aside from the DOT, another way of achieving knowledge in tour guiding is to acquire training from the various reputable organizations, because they too can be a good sources of valuable information. For example, the local institutions, which includes TESDA. TESDA stands for Technical, Educational, and Skills Development Authority. So this is also a government agency which is tasked to manage and supervise the technical education and skills development in the Philippines. So it provides direction, policies, programs, and standards towards the quality technical education and skill development. In the field of tourism, the local guiding services and the tourism promotion services are just two of the courses or qualifications that they gave that will enhance the learner's competence under the tourism. Aside from TESDA, we also have the universities. There are about 300 universities and learning centers that offer courses and certificate programs on tour guiding here in the Philippines. Most of the universities that offer Bachelor of Science in Tourism Management offer tour guiding subjects. Also, the certificate programs contain business management, which is related to tour guiding services and the marketing tour. Aside from universities, we also have the local independent training centers, and they also offer tour guiding services training course modules. Their modules include also the introduction to Philippine tourism industry, tourism promotion, local guiding, creating itineraries, effective communication, and many more. We also have some of the international institutions such as the WFTGA, which is based in Austria and it operates globally. This is a group of international guide trainers who have developed comprehensive training that establish guidelines and techniques for raising professional standards in tour guiding. So they also hold trainings in different countries and they help tour guides and aspiring tour guides excel in their career. We also have the International Guide Academy, which is based in Denver, USA, which is a trusted training school for tour guiding, and they offer certification programs and worldwide trainers. And the last one is the Tourist Guide Institute, which is based in South African, who trains and promotes excellence in professionalism in the practice of tour guiding. They also encourages tour guides to adhere to strict code of ethics to serve the tourism industry better. A good source of information is not only gathered from the Department of Tourism and other training institutions. The internet too has a great capacity to share information. The internet, in its vast capability to provide information with just a click, educates people at any time, even in the comforts of their own home. It allows anyone to access valuable information about destinations, its history, culture, the people, the arts, and many more. It also provides the weather reports, flight status, and everything else about the travel. For the expert tour guides as well as hopeful tour guides, they have to maximize the use of technology as it gives a travel a more vivid picture, developments and updates that can be used to educate the tourist. Some of the different travel web portals provide both travelers and travel professionals useful information because they contain travel journals created by individuals and at times hosted by companies to provide information for free. Also, we have some examples here: the TripAdvisor, Virtual Tourist, and the Cruise Critic. Locally here in the Philippines, we have the Lakad Pilipinas, Easy Traveler, and we also have the Lakwachero, and many more. Okay, so the comments that are posted in these sites will help improve the guiding techniques for the tour guides. Other sources also may include reading books, newspaper, reading magazines, also watching TV or radio advertisements, travel shows, and even the networking with other tour guides. So reliable sources such as travel guides and brochures from reputable travel companies will help in giving additional knowledge. So for aspiring tour guides, competition within the industry favors those who have formal training, and it is best to gather as much education, attend trainings, be certified, and connect with other people in the same profession in order to be successful in this career.